Copywriters and business owners absolutely suck at writing cold traffic paid ads. I know because I've written over 1,000 ads that have had real money behind them, and I know what works and I know what doesn't. And today I'm going to show you the exact ad script that was booking one of our clients $43 cost per qualified calls for months. And I'll show you the receipts as well, and I'll show you the exact script that it is. We're still launching this, we're still running this campaign right now today. And I'm going to explain exactly why it worked so that you can go straight after this video and go script a winning ad campaign that can get you above $500 a day so that you can actually work with us. Without further ado, let's dive into my screen. So here is the ad campaign. It's live in the ad manager. I'll refresh it right now so that you can see this is real. It's not inspect elemented or anything like that. This is what the campaign is currently doing as of Thursday, July 17th. It currently has booked 292 calls, qualified calls for this client, because we only let qualified people actually attribute back to the pixel, and we're scheduling them for $51. It's pretty absolutely disgusting how much and how consistent this ad campaign has performed. It's a complete atomic winner, we call them. It's like, this will scale infinitely, and we're still putting spend into it today. His calendar has been completely booked out, like beyond belief. I'll throw up a screenshot where he's literally like, we cannot handle any more calls. My partner here at Sell More Online, Evan, literally hopped on a call with this client today, and he said he looked like he's been through hell because he's been on back-to-back sales calls for the past like 2 months. It's pretty insane. But yeah, that's from, June 22. That's all time, really, the all-time metrics. And just to be clear, this offer is a high-ticket funnel building offer. So they'll take any business owner, you got to be a business owner, and they'll build you, they'll optimize your funnel and everything like that for a one-time payment of around $3,000 to $10,000. So it's a high ticket offer. And here's some of the previous ads that we've ran, or they've ran themselves, or we've run for them that haven't worked so much, just so that you can see that this isn't like, this is a complete unicorn. So here we have one that was $100 cost per call. This was the same batch, but it was just a different media buying strategy. Here we have $800 per call, $1,200 per call, $263 per call. So this client account had been in the fucking trenches. It had been, really, $300. It was tricky to crack. But then this is just absolutely ripped it, right? So let's get into the script and why it worked. I'm very quickly interfering because I want to be really clear on what their offer is for this ad campaign. They run a funnel building and optimization offer, but they don't do any copywriting, any sort of lead generation or anything like that. They only optimize what you currently have or build you funnels from a design perspective and not a copywriting perspective. So it's actually a really hard sell because there's not a lot of direct ROI you can tie to it, which is something that you'll find out when I run through the ads is how we did that. And the front end offer that we were selling was a one-time build and release funnel offer. You'd pay them once, they'd go in, optimize your current CRM or your automations and stuff, and then they build you a complete new funnel that hopefully converts more traffic than your current one does. Hope that makes sense, and enjoy the breakdown. Yes, it is the next morning. Welcome to my screen. I just want to quickly go through, first of all, what the structure you want to build your ads like. This is from one of our SOPs. Basically, you've got 2 ways of scripting ads, which is called either the modular way, which is evergreen. This is the way we pretty much always do it. Or you've got the full ads, which are really contextual. So evergreen is basically, you're going to write out 10 hooks. These are going to be, 10 to 20 seconds long maximum. And then you're going to record one body section, which is just, here's my offer to you, list the offer, etc. You've got 10 full ad variations. You've got all the hooks and you've got all the bodies. You can do this 20, 30, 40. This is like the best way to run ads because someone's going to watch your hook and then decide if it's for them. 9 times out of 10, we get a click in the first 10 seconds of an ad. They don't watch the whole thing. They don't care about the rest of it. They're going to watch the hook and then they're going to decide whether or not it's for them, and then they're going to click through. They don't really care about the body. The body, literally from our testing of spending millions of dollars on paid advertising at this point, is that, the body is whatever. We kind of just throw it together. And then when we find a winner, we'll play with it a little bit more. But hooks are where 90% of your effort should be. And I'm going to run through that now because those are the main thing that changed from losers to winners. The other way you can do it is full ads, which are contextual. It's basically selfie style, 1 to 2 minutes long, just riffing it. No like stopping, starting. Essentially best when it's a big news event or you want it to look like a native video, like an Instagram post. But before, again, I'm teasing you on this, before I dive into the winning hooks, I want to quickly go through some hooks that lost. And then that will help us understand why these winning hooks did so well. So here are some hooks we wrote for them that lost. They didn't do well, really high cost per application, cost per call, whatever it is. I'll run through them now. Do you know that feeling when you launch a brand new Facebook ad campaign and you just have that pit in your stomach? Are your ads for your agency or coaching program underperforming? Do you just feel like you're throwing money down the drain every time you launch an ad campaign for your coaching program or agency? Are your ads giving you brain damage? Are you slamming your head against the wall trying to get your ads to work for your coaching program or agency? You know your funnel for your coaching program or agency is overdue for a facelift, right? I mean, come on, if you're still running with a ClickFunnels or Go High Level template, you'd know something's wrong. Are you running ads for your coaching program or agency to a ClickFunnels or Go High Level template? They didn't work whatsoever. And to be honest with you, like we would run these and we'd have a high level of confidence that they'd at least get some decent results. But this market and this specific offer that these guys were running, number one, the offer is really hard to sell because it's not really a direct ROI thing. It's like they'll just optimize your CRM and funnels, not in like a copywriting way, but just in like a design and stuff way. So it's pretty hard to sell to a very sophisticated coaching program or agency owner who has been burned so many times, only cares about like cold hard cash and stuff like that. Sometimes in your ad campaign, you're going to launch an ad campaign, you're going to think it's going to work, but you're never going to know until the data comes in. So now on to the winners. These apps, again, like you've seen the ad account, they crushed. If you're using Go High Level as your CRM, I bet you're not even using 1/10 of the potential it has to drive revenue for your business, and I'll prove it to you. So immediately, that is way different to what we're saying here. We're going with ads, like this is to the same ICP, by the way. These are the exact same ICP, but what we did is we went over some sales calls with the client and we saw like what the common things are. They're using Go High Level. And they're commonly thinking, damn, like I don't even know what I'm doing with this thing. And if you're an agency owner right now, you're probably sitting there in the same boat. Like I'm not even using half of these fucking tools, right? So this was the number one winner, I believe. And then the second ad here is using Go High Level is likely costing you money every single day. Want to know why? Because you aren't nearly using it to its full potential. Let me explain. Using Go High Level is likely costing you thousands of dollars every single month. Want to know why? Because you aren't using it to its nearly full potential. Let me explain. Yeah, these are very similar, but one just says thousands, one says money. Then this one is, if you're using Go High Level, I bet you aren't even using 1/10 of its features it has and its potential. Hook 5, Go High Level has over 300 tools and every single one of them can make you more revenue, but you probably feel overwhelmed and just confused on how to maximize your account. Let me show you how we can help. We wrote 15 hooks with this idea. I just chose 5 of the best. There are a ton of others. They're all basically saying if you use Go High Level or whatever, you're not using it to its full potential, or if you use Go High Level, we'll help you make more money with Go High Level, that kind of thing. Number one, this is like, I've got some notes down here of why they worked, but on a high level note, this is more speaking to their offer and it's more specific and it's more unique. No other person is really running the offer that these guys run, but this stuff, like it sounds kind of generic and it could be pretty much anything, right? It could be an ad offer, like you're going to help you run your ads, a copywriting offer, it could be literally anything. So I'll break each ad down into its structure. We don't do this consciously, but we just know from so many ads. If you're using Go High Level as your CRM, it's a call out, right? It's a non-generic call out. It's a hyper-specific call out that speaks to someone's exact situation right now. If I said coaches or agency owners, it's so generic, let alone the operant conditioning that you do, just scroll past it straight away because you've heard that a million times and it's associated in your brain with a scammer. But it's not specific, whereas this is contextual to their situation right now, and it's going to make someone feel more special. I bet that you're not even using 1/10 of its potential, which is kind of an intrigue statement, or it's like going to get them on the edge of their seat. And it's also hyper contextual to their current situation, again, because we know that from sales calls and stuff like that, this is how they feel about their Go High Level. They feel like they're not using any of its potential. So we're reaffirming what they already believe. And then it has to drive revenue for your business. That's like leaning into the benefit, desire, or the pain. And then I'll prove it to you as another intrigue statement and letting them know that they're going to get value / that it's an ad and they're going to get an offer. So they're going to stay on if they are interested. They're all the same. They've all got the exact same thing. Whereas this one is like the call outs at the end. Some of them, there isn't even a call out. It's very vague. It's not very specific to the current context of what they're doing. Like some of these are close, like the pit in your stomach thing. You can get more specific with a situation, it'll probably resonate harder. You don't want to like go into deep pains like, and the wife's going to leave you if you launch another Facebook ad campaign on the Amex and you can't feed the kids. Like it's not realistic. People literally forever sleep themselves, right? So it's like someone's pain isn't that bad. So here's why the winning hooks fucked hard. Wait. They speak to in-market buyers. All winners start with specific usage of a tool, which pre-qualifies a viewer. I went over this earlier. They don't speak to everyone. They speak to someone who's already used the product and already looking for a solution and actively knows the problem / is looking for the solution, right? We're already talking about like, you already know that you're not using the full revenue. Like that's how we're using a verbiage. We're saying, and you already know that, you're not even using 1/10 of this potential. And then it's like, I'm going to prove it to you. So we're speaking directly to someone who's in the market for the service that they provide right now. So whereas the other ones are just kind of like super, super, super vague. The only in-market thing is that they're already running Facebook ads. But we want to speak directly to the person who is ready to buy right now. We don't want to do vague. We don't want to do anything like that. The person who's looking for a solution and knows they have the problem. Again, it leads with a problem or like some sort of missed potential. You're not even using 1/10 of go high level. It's costing you money every single day. They hit pain and loss aversion, not in like a dramatic, like over the top emotional way, like I mentioned before, but in a grounded, believable way that has an opportunity cost frame that implies ROI is being left on the table. And it also talks about pain and emotion in the state of their business rather than in their life, which is really good for sophisticated buyers. What you'll find a lot is like people will go into really in-depth emotional messaging on high-level ads, like, you know, for B2B services. But that kind of stuff just doesn't work for a business owner. The way you have to frame emotional messaging is as it manifests in their business. When you're like, and you're frustrated that this just isn't working, and you know you're seeing John with half the work than you just saw him past you, rather than saying, and you know you can't sleep at night, you know. Yeah, they promise a payoff again. Each one has let me explain or I'll prove it to you. Just it's a clear bridge, right? They're coming for value, and if they keep watching, they're going to learn the solution / get the offer. It's very specific as well. There's no vague benefits like how to 10x your business. It's just direct and service related. Go High Level has 300 tools. You'll probably feel overwhelmed. It's just like, yeah, exactly. It's a realistic situation a Go High Level user would feel, right? And we know that just solely from sales call recordings and obviously our own intuition as agency owners ourselves who have used Go High Level. But yeah, so it's a very hyper-specific contextual thing. They sound like advice, not an ad. So a lot of the times, our best ads do sound like ads and they're just straight up super hyper, like offer, bang, here's the offer, instantly. But for hyper sophisticated markets and for offers that are pretty hard to explain on paper or that people aren't really actively like seeking out for money and stuff, you have to do a bit of education first or a bit of intrigue, which means you have to kind of hook it in like it's not an ad. And again, it sounds like conversational. You're saying like, hey dude, you know, you're using this software, we can help you use it better. Rather than like, hey coaches, consultants and agency owners, I'm gonna help you 10x your business. No, right? And here's why the losing hooks sucked balls. They're extremely vague. They target general problems instead of specific tools and situations. They sound like every other ad. They're trying to be clever or cute and they don't apply. So you can read the rest of this if you want, pause the screen, but it's just notes. Just remember these things. Write to an in-market buyer. Make sure you understand their current situation right now and speak directly to it. Make sure you're not overdoing emotional messaging. Make sure you're being very clear. And yeah, that's really it. This is already pretty long, but if you want me to make a video running through how to write the body section of an ad, I can take one of the winners that got a really long through play, and then, you know, we can break that down here, let you know why it worked, let you know why some other ones didn't. And yeah, I'm excited. This is, again, all backed by data. You've seen the metrics. This is what we know is working in hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad spend. So yeah, if you're a business owner and you're spending above $500 a day in ads, there's a link in the top comment where you can book in a call to talk with us. We'll run you through how we work, how we can help you, and how we can make you a fuck ton more money. If not, no worries, click subscribe, please. I'm trying to make more content. So yeah, thanks, bye.